Boom. There we go. You should be able to hear me now. Anyway, this is Unlimited Power. I am D-Rod, and I'm excited to be doing some draft tonight. Force Table just was able to release draft a few days ago, and I've just been excited to kind of get in there, show people how it's going to work, talk about some of the strategies we see in the game, and I'm just excited, honestly. I think there's a lot of potential here. I think we're going to see some really cool stuff. And I've always enjoyed draft and Star Wars. So my time playing Star Wars, I was young when the TCG and the CCG game came out, so I mostly stuck with constructed. By the time we got to other Star Wars games like Star Wars miniatures, I was able to do some booster drafts there with some of the boxes. Always a good time playing through some of those early sets of the miniatures games from Wizards of the Coast. And then we got the Star Wars LCG. And if you're familiar with that, we didn't really have anything to really draft. So unfortunately, the way the LCG is set up, those type of options we're taking out as far as limited, sealed, draft, pre-releases wasn't really there. If you were a fan of Destiny, they had draft in that, where you would actually have to, open your packs. You'd end up getting, oh man, I think we had like 5 packs or 4 packs, so not your traditional 3. Have to throw your dice in the pool in front of everyone and just kind of pass around as you went. And that was fun. It was fun, but it wasn't the same. You had a couple of interesting draft rules. Now, we can go ahead and talk about like what Spark of Rebellion is going to look like as far as drafting, kind of getting everyone prepared for sealed. Again, we're using this on Force Table, so we're not really playing anyone except AI. And it's a great way to kind of learn how to build decks and get familiar with it. So Force Table did really well at putting the rules here. You're going to receive 3 packs, except you're going to draft leaders first. So this means in IRL, you're going to have to pull the leaders out of your pack, which they've already talked about. The leaders are going to be facing a different direction than the rest of the cards. Not to say that you're not going to have some mistakes, but that's where you're going to start first. You're going to open up all 3 packs and pull out your leaders. Select one at a time, past the other ones. And then after you're done with the leaders, you then start with 1 pack, open the rest of it, pick a card, and move on. You pass usually from left, right, left. So if pack 1, leader 1, left. Leader 2, pack 2, go to the right. And then pack 3, go back to the left. At the end of this, everyone's going to have the same amount of cards, which I believe is 42, and you're going to be building a 30-card deck from there. The nice thing is, in drafting, stores where you're playing should have the generic vanilla 30 HP bases, so that way you can be able to run anything you really need, and you're not going to get too color locked. So if you didn't find the right base that you needed and you're trying to go, let's say yellow, red, black, and you have all these good yellow cards, but you didn't get a yellow, black leader, you want to play red, black, and you don't have a yellow base, no problem. Just grab a generic yellow base and you'll be all set. So draft is going to be really fun. It's going to be a great way of like growing your collection without having to invest in boxes. You'll see different strategies. You're going to see some cards that are really good in limited format that really you don't want to play in your constructed decks. You may also find some really interesting synergies that you didn't know you're going to find in your decks for constructed at all. So, and again, it's going to familiarize yourself with the cards more. You're going to be learning a little bit more about each card. So when new sets come out, you already have that existing knowledge of what maybe a card needs to be successful. The other fun thing is you can run multiples of the cards. There are no limits of playsets. So, I've already had some fun messing around with this, and it's really cool when you can be like, yeah, I do run 4 Scout Bike Troopers. I am playing 5 Overwhelming Barrages. Now, no one should pass you Overwhelming Barrages, but if they do, and you can go green-black, do it. Do it, right? There's not much board removal in the game, and that card is great. So, anyway, let's get to it. You're here to see some pack openings. Happy to fill you in with more Star Wars stories, but we're going to start here. Let's get to it. Start the draft, please. 3 packs of Spirit of Rebellion. Let's see what we have here. I'm really loving the format that Force Table uses. Now, Force Table, you can also play Flesh and Blood and Ashes, but I was glad they got a lot of this content up here. So, Our 3 leaders we have to choose from are Iden Versio, IG-88, and Leia Organa. I can already tell you I don't like these 2. The reason why, they have 4 health. It's difficult. 4 health and limited, okay. I'm okay taking that, but these 2 units die pretty easily, right? If their health is a certain amount, which is 4, it's never really a good sign. Open fire makes them an easy target. A couple other cards as well. Not my first choice. So because we don't know what other cards we're going to get, let's just pick Leia. She's solid, right? 6 health. She can attack with other rebels. Let's go with her first pick. And we're going to see it right there to remind myself that I'm going green. Second pack is another IG-88 and a Chewbacca. All right, well, I've committed to going a green-white. IG-88 doesn't give me those other colors. He's not even white because he's a villain, so he has the villainy aspect. If I go Chewbacca, I may have some other options here if I end up getting too many rebels. Now, Chewbacca, I'm not a big fan of either, but he may be stronger in a limited format, and we may get some options of putting him out a little bit quicker. So let's go Chewbacca. And Jyn Erso. So I've gone completely heroic. I'm going to be stuck with some heroic cards. We can see that here, right? We see Chewie, we see Jyn, we see Leia. Lots of fun stuff here. So I guess we're just going to see what happens. Let's open up our first pack and hope we get a good amount of Rebels. Rebels is probably going to be the thing to go with. Wow. Colonel Yularen. Let's see here. First, let's look at our top card. For a cause I believe in. Build the top 4 cards of your deck. For each heroic card revealed this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy base. You know, that's a more of a commitment. But we're only playing heroes, so do we take it? It can be 4 damage, but trying to get 4 in unlimited may be difficult. Our other options here. Green, can't play the Seasoned Sword Trooper without paying an additional 2. Cargo Juggernaut. Yularen, so Yularen's going to heal our base a lot as long as you get some green units. Shoot first if we end up going yellow. Echo Base Trooper is Rebel. Echo Base Trooper, though, sits at a common slot. You can see it here with the C, so it should circle back around. And this is the thing about draft you're going to have to get used to if you've never done this before, is trying to make decisions on what cards you want now and what cards you think will come back to you. So that's going to be difficult. I hope the Defender comes back because it is Rebel. I really don't think people are going to pick up for a cause to believe in, a cause I believe in. So let's see. We do have Yularen, who is an Imperial, but he is green and can heal our base. He's a 2/3, so the health is okay. And we have Shoot First, which is another good uncommon here. I'm going to go with the Trooper. Defender. Sorry, let's go with the Defender. Pack 2. God, I want this card. I want this card. Is this card worth 7? I would say it is. Anyone who disagrees with me, you're right. You are right. It's probably not worth 7, but in a limited format, this just clears the board. And do I want my opponent to have it? Right? Do you want your opponent to take this type of card and know that they're going to get +2, they can take out some units? I don't know. I mean, I don't. The good news is I don't see any other Rebel units except Sabine and yellow. God. It's so hard. Wow. All right, this is where I need to put a vote up, right? This is where you kind of ask everyone else, what do you go with? Tough decisions, and that's what draft is for. If you're not a fan of making decisions on the fly, draft may not be for you, but these are the things you're going to have to figure out. We're going to go Sabine, because if we end up going Leia, we want that Rebel build. We want a couple of people. Here we're seeing something similar. We got a rare Admiral Akbar. We got a Strike True, which I love seeing. We got a Vanquish. We got an Echo Base Defender. Vigilant Honor Guard. Bright Hope. Man, a lot of these cards just fit well together. We're going to go ahead and take out Akbar. because he can deal damage on entry based on the amount of units we have. A second Sabine, a Spec Force soldier. All right. Let's take Sabine. Sabine's going to be a kind of a threat. She's also a good 2-drop, so getting that consistency will be helpful. We're probably going to end up playing red, but we're in pack 1, so we're not going to commit to a color. We are committing to heroic, and avoiding a lot of villain cards if we can. So, we can draw some cards. Choose a number of players. They each draw a card. I'd choose myself. Let's go with that. Next pack. Lando Calrissian. When played, return up to 2 friendly resources to their owner's hands. This isn't bad if you know you're going a little bit heavy and you kind of cap out at 6, or Lando's your big 6, because maybe you want to get like a card like Akbar back, right? Getting a resource card like Akbar back. But I'm gonna pass on it for now. Let's see. We can play Force Throw. I do have a Force user. I don't think Leia's a Force user. Nope. So just Yoda. Wow. Let's go with 2 tubes. 2 tubes is in the pack. All right. Still pack 1, pick 7 if you're paying attention to the top there. We're not going tag. Let's go ahead and take Strike True. Good removal card. Now we got another 2 tubes, a Spec Force soldier, and a Fighters for Freedom. And we're really leaning it heavy into red so far in the first pack, but let's go with that Fighters of Freedom. And here comes our pack again. For a Cause I Believe In. Did make it all the way around. I'll take it. We're probably not going to play it, but I'll take it. And now we're left with some cards maybe I don't want my opponent to play. Let's take the Lieutenant here. Try to stop the Sentinel going around. A second Defender I will definitely take over the Honor Guards. And we have a Rebel Trooper, a Blue Tactic, and a regular Trooper. We're going to take the Red Rebel. Pack 1, this seems to be heavy red for us. We'll take the Restored ARC. And now Vanguard. So I do like looking at your stuff at the end of pack 1. This is smart. This is what you want to get used to, right? Before you go into pack 2, you know, your cards in real life should be face down. But after you're done drafting, before you move on, or, you know, as you're waiting for the next set of cards to be passed to you, take a look at what you have. What are you building? What are you missing, right? So here we can see I've already gone a little bit heavy into red with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards here, but I know I'll have to play a red base. If I go Leia, I have the Defenders, I have Akbar, that looks nice, and I have a Strike True. So now the chances of me playing Leia are a lot higher, and it's just figuring out the right color based on these next 2 packs. So anyway, notice how we didn't see Overwhelming Barrage come back. Yep, makes sense. Let's move on. Pack 2. Our foil is Steadfast Battalion. Looks good. And our rare is Del Miko, who we cannot play. Now, you're always going to be tempted in draft to, you know, take the card maybe you don't have in your collection, right? Maybe you need a foil Steadfast Battalion, and you're worried it's not going to come back. That is your decision. If you can play the card and get a card you need, that's a win-win. But sometimes it's tough, and you're like, it doesn't necessarily fit what you're trying to do, but you need the card for your collection, or you need it for a deck, right, that you're building. So tough choices. We're actually going to take the Green Squadron A-Wing, I think. That's a great card. It's Rebel. It gives you raid 2, so it hits for a 3, and it's a good card to put out first turn. We're clearly going pretty aggressive here, so let's grab it. That's right, we're passing the rare in the foil. Ooh, Energy Conversion Lab. That can do some work. Protector, a new card revealed this week, but in foil. And Kanan Jarrus. Not necessarily in the colors we're playing, but not in the colors we're playing. The question here is Rebel Pathfinder with Saboteur, Lothal Insurgent. Some good Rebels. Protector. Choices. God, we're only in pack 2, so we we're kind of committing to a color now, right? We're trying to figure out what's going to come out. We're definitely not going yellow. So let's pick up the Pathfinder because he's white and it's going to fit whatever presence we go with, whatever other aspect. Here's a General Dodonna who's also white. Here's another Defender that's foil. I think that's 2 foil Defenders we've seen. Wilderness Fighter who's blue. Let's go Dodonna. We've gone heavy Rebels, so we want to kind of give them a little bit more of a bump. Mon Mothma is going to search our deck for a Rebel. That's great. We'll take her. Okay. Now, if we go red, this card's a great one, right? Open Fire. What did I say earlier at the beginning of the stream? If you're drafting Iden Versio or IG-88, Open Fire takes them out. That's a great card. This is the card you want to pick if you're going red. It's even more incentive, honestly, to go red, right? You take out someone's leader, the person they pretty much had to build this whole deck around. If you're going IG-88, you're going widespread, right? You're trying to put as many bodies as you can get to get some more of those bonuses. So what happens when IG-88 hits the board, you take him out, and none of those units get the raid bonus. You just saved yourself, 1, 2, 3 points of damage, not to mention the damage he hits with, which is 5. So let's take it. And again, this is great. Kind of see how many cards we already have. We see the number here. Really enjoy what Force Table's doing. Great way to learn the game. Great way to practice. Okay. A Devotion. That's always good. A Resupply. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Some more red cards here. I do love this with Saboteur. We can pass Obi-Wan. I'm going to take Obi-Wan. I don't want anyone else to have that. I think the Saboteurs will come back. And they do. Look, another Dodonna. Let's take that. A second Mon Mothma. Another restored ARC. We'll take the Mon Mothma. Taking duplicates of some of the unique units not only means you may see one of them sooner, but you can start throwing them at your opponent's other units, or you can throw it down as a resource without worrying about losing it, right? You may only get like one of some of these cards you really like, and the last thing you want to do is throw them down as a resource. So next, that Vanguard Infantry looks good. It's not a rebel, but it's pretty good. Let's get some space. I know we're not heavy into space yet. All right, I remember this pack. This is the pack that we took the Rebel Pathfinder from. Now we have Academy Training, Tactical Advantage, and Protector. Sentinel can make a big difference. Let's take that just in case we need it. And we'll go ahead and take a System Patrol Craft. Let's get that. No, let's take the Star Viper. That's just basic green. Metal Ceremony. I'm just going to pick it. I'm going to pick it. I should have taken Saboteur, but I'm going to pick it. And we'll take Disabling Fang Fighter because that's a single red, gets rid of those upgrades, and we're left with Precision Fire. So, again, thing you should do when you're drafting is take a look at the cards you've drafted. We have 16 ground units, very little blue, so unless every pack has a strong blue card, we're not going blue. Sorry, Chewie. 2 restored ARCs. We have 6 space units, but really we're probably only going to play 3, so we want to prioritize some space units next turn. And if we can find another Open Fire or Strike True, something to deal some damage to some units, it's going to be really helpful. All right, we also have probably too many unique new units, right? If we go this red, white, green, we have 2 Sabines, 2 Dodonnas, 2 Mon Mothmas, so we're going to have to fill this out a little bit more. Last pack. Let's see what happens. All right, our rare is Spark of Rebellion. Look at opponent's hand, discard a card from it. Not even in our colors. Cloud City Wingguard, not in our colors. A third Dodonna. God, don't you wish you can just play multiple Dodonnas? Give me the ununique Lord, right? Who's going to be the first Star Wars unit to give you +1/+1 and not be unique? If I had to guess, I don't know, probably just like a generic clone commander. That's probably what they'll do. It's just like, it'll literally say like clone commander, give all clones +1/+1. It'll probably be like a 5 cost. I bet it'll be something like high because it's not unique and they don't want to see you like slam your ground arena with it. But I can see something like that. We gotta make a decision here. Dodonna's okay. The Alliance X-Wing we can play. We need the unit. But should we take something higher? I'm going to take prepare for takeoff. If we do find ourselves with this card in hand and we're stuck with like our opponent's going heavy space and we got to catch up, prepare for takeoff kind of gives you that option, right? You're going to search your top 8 cards to your deck in a 30 card deck where you already draw 6. You know, it's like half your deck. And then you will find up to 2 vehicle units, reveal them, and put them in your hand. So let's go with that. Del Mico got past to us. We did that. We were passing Del Micos left and right. All right, another good one. We're not going to be playing any force units in red, green, and white. So let's go with the Snowspeeder. Has good ambush ability, so it makes sense. Here we see a basic Battlefield Marine, but he is Rebel. Really, wow, there's nothing else in this pack really for us. I get Hate Draft that veers. If you're unfamiliar with hate drafting, hate draft is the term you say when you're taking a card so that way someone else doesn't have it, right? You can't afford to let people have it, and sometimes cards like that are one of them. All right. If you're just now joining us, we are drafting, and I think we've been going Rebel. Primarily red, green, white is what we're left as we're in the pack 3 and the 4th pick here. I think we're going to go with the Jedha Agitator there. Get more Saboteur, a couple other bonuses. Another Kanan Jarrus. Wow, this is the pack I want to see, right? I want so many of these cards. Zeb Aurelios, another Jedi Agitator, a Strike True, Precision Fire, Wedge. There's options here. There's some options here. All right, the thing is, though, all these are high-cost options, and we are playing Leia, who's going to be swinging for a little bit quicker than most, so we're going to have to make a decision here, and this is what draft does. You're going to make some tough decisions, and know whatever you pass, you're going to see on the board, right? So Wedge is good. As far as vehicles, I think last we checked, we were probably only running 3, maybe 4, but he will kind of give us that presence there. And this is every vehicle, so not just space units. So it can affect ground. Unfortunately, both our speeders we have already have ambush, but that ++1 could keep us in there. Let's go with the Rogue Squadron Skirmisher. I don't think that's going to come back around. I really want it. Gosh, we need another open fire. That's a card we need. All right, we're not going blue. Let's take another prepare for takeoff for the same reason. Let's try to filter out our deck, get some of those bigger cards. All right, a lot of blue cards here. It's like the AI does not want to play blue either. I don't really mind giving these up to anyone, so we're going to take tactical advantage because I think we can benefit from that. All right, a Pathfinder and Zeb Aurelios. Pathfinder's going to hit a little bit sooner. But Zeb here, when they complete an attack, if the defender was defeated, you may deal 4 damage to another ground unit. So he can get strong pretty quick. We're not playing too many upgrades, though, to kind of keep him alive. But he is Rebel. He is Spectre. And maybe he's just another bomb we want. Let's go ahead and take Zeb. I'm hoping the Pathfinder comes back around. All right, we're going to take Dodonna here. I think that's our 3rd Dodonna. I have no problem giving up a Dodonna to resources now. We're going to take this Fang Fighter to deal with upgrades. So Fang Fighter is a great pick if you're just splashing red because there's no penalty, because it has no villain or heroic aspect, so you're just going to pay its 3 costs for that red, and you can just defeat an upgrade that maybe you're having trouble with. So why not take it? All right, all blue cards here. This just comes down to what do you not want your opponent to play. I'm going to take away Moment of Peace, get rid of that shield. And as much as I want my opponent not to have a lieutenant, I'd rather have the Fang Fighter for that utility. Okay, mission briefing, precision fire. We're going to take precision fire because we are playing a few rebel troopers. And lastly, we're left with that restored ARC. So let's take a look at what we drafted. First, we had to pick one of these three leaders, or we drafted these leaders, and I went with Leia Organa because there was too many units that only had 4 health. My original group was Iden Versio and IG-88, and 4 health means you will die pretty quickly to an open fire. So it looks like we're going to go green, white, and red. We got the Admiral Akbar, 1 Battlefield Marine, 2 Defenders. So a lot of rebels here. Look at this first row. 3 Dodanas. Play a set of that. We got the Jedi Agitator, Double Mon Mothma, a couple other units. So our ground units are looking pretty good. You know, a few unique ones, but pretty good. I think if we eliminate the blue ones, and did I have any yellow? Nope. Yeah, just by eliminating the 3 blue, we're at 19 units. So that's good. Space, a little bit different. So we can essentially ignore this half of the board of the restored ARCs and the Vanguard Ace. No point there. And the Fang Fighters, okay. Green Squadron A-Wing, perfect. That's Rebel. Consortium Star Viper if we need it. Upgrades, unfortunately we have none. No upgrades for us. So we could play this Protector, but it's going to cost us +2 for every icon. So no thanks. As far as events, though, got some good ones. No overwhelming barrage as I would like, but we got 1 open fire, 2 precision fires to give our units saboteur, and we do have some troopers, so we should be able to get that +2. Tactical advantage, strike true to deal some additional damage there, and prepare for takeoff. So with prepare for takeoff, again, search the top 8 cards of your deck, and in draft, you only have 30 cards and you draw 6 to start. So that leaves 24. By searching the top 8, you're going to be filtering out your deck really quick, getting the cards you need. You should be able to grab the vehicles you want, which is why we took it. Especially because we are lower on vehicles. So if we play someone who goes vehicles quicker than us, if we have one of these cards, we can easily just get what we need and start matching them in that space presence. All right, let's close. And build a deck here. Leia Organa, please. And we need a red base. We did not draft one. I'm going to pick Kestro City. Do I know where this is? I don't. Nope. No, I don't. I want to take a guess and say it's actually from Battlefield 2. Because it looks like the Imperial base. That's a whole level there. And the style of the base looks very similar. So I'm going to assume it's that. All right, we have to build 30-card deck. That's not hard in limited because you're just going to put in whatever you know works in your colors. So 2 tubes, Echo Base Defender, Fighter for Freedom, all 3 Dodanas. Yes, all 3 Dodanas because it just makes it easier to play them as a resource if we have too many in our hand. Jedi Agitator, Mon Mothma, Partisan Insurgent, Rebel Pathfinder, Rogue Squadron Skirmisher, Double Wren, Snowspeeder, and Zeborelios. That's 19 units. That's fine in limited. In a 30-card deck, I'm going to take it. Let's go ahead and put in our space units. Probably all 3 Fang Fighters for right now. And we're going to go ahead. We have no upgrades we can play. So let's take a look at events. Open fire is a must. Again, this is why I didn't pick Iden Versio or IG-88 because they will die immediately to this card. We'll take it. We're going to play both Prepare for Takeoffs and Strike True because Strike True is another way of dealing direct damage to a unit that you don't want to swing into. That leaves 3 more cards here. We can play Metal Ceremony. But we have to have units attacking, which is possible. We can play for a cause I believe in. Let's take a look here. As far as white cards, though, in our deck, we have a total of 1, 3, so 4, 5, 6 cards, 7, 8, 9 cards that are not playing white. So that's all 1/3 of our deck. So I'm probably not going to make an effort there. Precision fire is probably going to be a thing just to get through those saboteurs. And maybe we play tactical advantage, or we go back and give ourselves one more ship with the Consortium Star Viper. Reminder, the Star Viper, not Rebel, so we won't get any bonuses there. But it's 3/3 with Restore 2, so it may buy us a little bit of time. So, tactical advantage. Let's just go for the spaceship. Let's go for the ship. Double checking, I've added all the ground units. I have no problem playing any of these. I think we're good. Yeah, well, let's try it out. Do a quick change of the board. Be right back. All right, and we are back with the board set up. No problem here. Should I mulligan? I don't know. I usually don't mulligan in a lot of Constructed and Limited just to deal with it, and I think I'll just continue it, right? No, why not? So we have a couple of options. What we're going to put down, we can play Sabine Wren first turn, Partisan Insurgent first turn. Well, let's get rid of one of the Fang Fighters right now, and maybe Dodonna. So Dodonna kind of is good for our tempo, but we can swing fast. Now we're playing Boba Fett here, yellow, black, and red, so let's watch out. That's a lot of damage that can come our way, and they can untap resources. So we'll see how we do. First card, let's put something a little tempting out with the Partisan Insurgent. Next turn, we'll play a red character, and he'll get +2 bonus. However, that ISB agent deals 1 damage to him. That's okay, because the Insurgent has 4. We'll take the initiative. And Tarkin Town is used on the Insurgent. Smart move. Last thing they need me to have is more units in play. All right, there's our second Dodonna, but we see a spaceship. Get rid of Precision Fire. I think this turn I'm going to go ahead and play the Echo-based Defender. Put a little pressure there. So he's a 4/3 with Sentinel. So the AI is going to have to swing with them. And they play another Outer Rim Headhunter. So raid 1, and as soon as Boba Fett comes out, which Boba can come out as early as the 5th resources, so turn 4, they can start exhausting my units. So very important I put this Fang Fighter out now. And a TIE Fighter, wow, yeah. Okay, ground is not going to be our strategy in this draft game. We only have around 5 ships, but we have 2 prepare for takeoffs. So I could catch up here. Let's see. Hey, look, another Dodonna. Well, they can go in the resource pile. That's what the generals are for, right? Sacrificing? No? That's what I'm doing with them. All right, I'm going to waste this Fang Fighter, but it is the right move because we need to do some damage here. And we get a no good to me dead. So we're not untapping that Echo-based Defender next turn. If you're unfamiliar with that, I exhaust a unit and I can't ready this round. So, wow, nothing else to do. We have a 1-drop, I guess. 2 tubes. All right, let's just take this damage straight to the face. No, wow, AI attacks the disabling Fang Fighter. I guess that's smart. Yep, that's smart. Because I would swing a little bit more on Outer Rim Headhunters and other things when they don't have raid, and I would just clear that board pretty quickly. We'll take the initiative. Here comes 2 damage plus another 2, so 4 total. Oh, surprise strike. I'm surprised. That's +3, so 5. It's a 21-25 match. I've done no damage to Tarkin Town. All right, let's drop down another precision fire. We are losing the space war. If we don't get a prepare for takeoff soon, we're just going to have to invest more into ground. Now this turn we can play Leia Organa though. So let's put out General Dodonna. Take 3 damage from this TIE fighter who's now equipped with snapshot reflexes. Thanks, Mando. And we'll go ahead and deploy Leia. Now when Leia attacks, we can attack with another rebel unit. And here comes Boba Fett himself. That's always fun. We're going to just swing on this base. Let's put some pressure. We have Sentinel with the Echo Base Defender, who does have a +1 from General Dodonna. So let's even the score. 17-18. Echo Base Defender will go down, but he deals 5 to that Boba Fett. Boba does untap their resources, but they have no cards left in play, so no problem. Let's take the initiative and take 2 more damage. Nothing for the opponent to tap down because we've already gone. Double Mon Mothma. Get rid of that. We may stop here at 6. I think 6 is a good number. And let's go ahead. And another friendly red unit gets that. Well, that's cool, but we're not going to be attacking. Let's attack with Leia now. We'll swing on the base for 5. Attack with another rebel unit. We'll swing with Dodonna. And we'll swing on the base again, dropping it down to 8. So pressure's on. Pressure is on. Now, my real question here is, as I'm drafting, should I just keep drafting? Or do I just play one match and draft? You know, I don't know. There's some options. We'll play Mon Mothma. We're going to look for a rebel unit. We can grab one. I think I'm going to grab the Snowspeeder. Play that next turn. Boba Fett's probably going to swing on a unit. Yep, smart move. Takes out our General Dodonna, limiting us from our +1/+1 abilities. Play Sabine, play Green Squadron A-Wing, and I think we'll take it next turn. AI's probably going to go first unless they play one more card, but if they don't take care of Leia, which they did not, we should be fine. So they do play Keep Fighting to untap a unit with 3 or less power, so that TIE fighter hits us for additional 3 and it's a tie game, but Leia breaks the board. Hey, look, some vehicles, a prepare for takeoff. Hated that. Oh well. Let's go first, shall we? Swing with Leia Organa. Boom, 4 damage there. Attack with another rebel unit. Yes, we'll go ahead and attack with 2 tubes and give that +1 bonus to Sabine. So the AI has a choice. They can take out Sabine or they can take out the Green Squadron A-Wing. Instead, they take out Bosk to try and draw a card, but game's over. They really didn't have any other options because we had 2 different attacks coming their way. So without an overwhelming barrage, what was going to happen? Nothing. So that was cool. That was cool. Let's go ahead and do another one real quick just to see how this plays out. Like I said, probably not going to finish the whole thing. We'll do like another draft and just check it out. So we're going to play against Han Solo. No mulligan for us. So red, white, and yellow. Hey, double Mon Mothma. So we'll get rid of Mon Mothma and General Dodonna. That's fine because we can refill our hand with another rebel because of Mon Mothma. That's where that search ability comes in, keeping your card advantage up. So let's do that. Hey, look, a Dodonna. Let's take a Dodonna. If we don't get anything, if we get anything too good, we can put another Dodonna into our resource pile. Keep in mind, though, we did just put our other one on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, look at that, Zeb Aurelius. I'm going to drop the Skirmisher. It's 6 cost. Why not go for it? Yes, we could get to 6, but I'm excited to play a couple other cards this game. We'll put something in space just to threaten Han a little bit. Han's going to put a 4th resource into play because that is how Han works. Loves putting stuff into play. Rogue Operative is so good. I'll just hit the space for 1. Take that. Mon Mothma is just so cool. I'm so glad she's in the starter set. I'm glad she's low cost, utility based card. I'm not glad that this Liberator gunship has ambush and took out my Green Squadron A-Wing. Probably one of my favorite red units. Let's take initiative. And let's see what Rogue Operative does. Hits us for 4. Makes sense. Raid 2, Saboteur. That's a smart move. I want this prepare for takeoff. It'll get us a couple more vehicles, put more cards in our hand. That's important. And it'll get that other Dodonna up. So let's do that. We'll drop Dodonna as a resource. We can play 2 cards this turn. So let's first do prepare for takeoff. Look at that. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Perfect. 3 vehicles to choose from. Yes on the Snowspeeder. And I don't. Let's go with the Fang Fighter for the extra, or the Star Viper for that big health. By big, I mean 3. Well, let's take 4 damage. All right. That's always going to happen. All right, we're going to put out this Jedi Agitator. Now, Han still has 4 resources and hasn't used his ability. Han can also come out on turn 6, which means next turn, when there's only 5 resources in play, he can put that 6th one in there and come out a turn early. Instead, Han takes the initiative, has 4 cards in his hand. All right. All right. And we got to drop something. It can't be this Viper. It could be the Snowspeeder. We're going to drop the Battlefield Marine. So it's a 2 cost, which, yes, I could play it. But I like Echo-based Defender a little bit more. Also, I'm excited to put out Zeb Aurelios. And we have Fighter of Freedom. So whenever we play another red card, deal 1 damage to a base. So I think we're going to play Fighters for Freedom. And now comes Syndicate Lackeys with Ambush and kills our Fighters for Freedom. Sure, that makes complete sense. Why wouldn't you do that? Thanks, Han. And out comes Han Solo. Han Solo. Well, fun. We're just going to attack with Rebel units twice before Han does anything crazy. So let's hit that base for 2. Attack with another Rebel unit. Yes, please. Swing with Mon Mothma. Get hit with that Liberator gunship. And we're going to pass because I want to see... I need Han to kind of swing first, and then I'll play Leia. So we're going to be a little bit behind, but I don't want Leia to die too quickly or take too much damage. I'll put her out now, actually. Maybe I'll just take the damage. Han hits for 4. Will he hit Leia? He doesn't. Drops us down to 8. I don't think we're going to win game 2 at all. We'll swing. AI has the initiative, but they play Lothal Insurgent to have us draw and discard a card. We'll take our own initiative, and maybe something fun will happen. I don't think anything fun's going to happen. Let's drop the Mandalorian Fang Fighter here, and we're gonna have to see if we can pull this off. There's no way we can. We'd have to clear the board really well, and that's a big trade. If they had an enemy ground unit, that'd be good. All right, let's do something fun. First, let's swing with Leia, and we're going to take someone out. We do get raid. Let's take out the Rogue Operative first, and we'll attack with another Rebel unit. And we'll swing with the Partisan Insurgent, who also gets raid, has a good enough amount of health, so it swings for 3. Can absorb 4. We'll take out the... It has to be this one. Sorry, it has to be the Syndicate. So both will die. It's a fair trade. I'll take it. So 2 units down. We're going to get hit by Han for 4. We're probably going to take that 7 damage. Going to happen. There's no way to heal, so we'll just Snowspeed her in. Trigger the ambush ability. Hit that Lothal Insurgent. Out comes another Zeb Aurelios. All right. Anyway, this game is over, that's for sure. We can deal 2 damage to a ground unit or a base. I'll just choose a ground unit. If it was a space unit, I'd feel more confident. That Star Viper would have maybe bought me a little bit more time. Take the initiative. Again, I don't think there's anything else we can play here. But we can at least wipe that board. We'll take out Zeb. Why not? There, down goes Leia. And Han Solo finishes off. So, not too bad here. I'm still wondering if I kind of want to do the whole format of trying to play through all the cards like I do with Sealed. But with draft so new, let's just go ahead and get right back into the draft. So, give me just a second. I'm going to switch this up. And we'll be all set. All right, back in it. We're going to go ahead and do another draft. So we played 2 games. It was okay. I feel like now I'm stuck with almost the same type of scenario here. So Sabine red, red white, Leia Organa green white, Jyn Erso yellow white. Well, a lot of heroic here, so tough choices. What are we going to pick? We went Leia last time, so let's just not go there. Sabine's probably the smarter choice, but let's go for the challenge. Let's go for Jyn. I don't really want to play Jyn in Constructed too much, so why not try her in Limited? It's kind of the same thing as IG-88, but IG-88, again, that 4 health just goes down. So we'll pick up Leia. I'm going to try to avoid the Leia build and Chewbacca. So great job, Force Table. You had us draft our leaders, and here we are. As we're staring at them, we have 3 heroic leaders to pick through. So we'll be making a choice here. All right, let's get to it. Pack 1, right? We're playing hero. Well, that eliminates the Relentless, the Inferno for Lieutenant Childson. Yeah, all these high-end cards here. Rare and uncommon and uncommon. All right, what else can we do? This is a guaranteed card we can play, but requires us going Rebels. Ooh, maybe I try for that Chewbacca. Let's try for the Chewbacca. I'm going to take down, takedown. Take out, takedown. I'm going to draft takedown. Redemption, I'm going for it. I don't know if I'm going to get to 8, but it's the rare in that pack, and sometimes you want to feel good. You just want to do something awesome, so why not? All right, we have a General Dodonna, a Snowspeeder, a Sabine. Let's go with the Dodonna, because I think we're going to really try for Chewbacca here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Foil Avenger, right? No one's going to pass this. What is this, pick 4? So 3 other people pass this card? If you're stuck in white, I get it, but imagine, right? Like, look at this card. Avenger. It is literally just blasting away. It is in space. It's so good. It's an 8/8. I love Star Destroyers. Have I mentioned that? Love Star Destroyers. 9 costs. So there's a reason why it gets passed. But I'd run it. I mean, I wouldn't run it. I force myself to run it, but I'd pick it. Because how cool is this in your collection? All right, Jabba the Hutt. That's another good one, but we need some options here. We haven't really committed to green. We shouldn't really commit to a color at all this early in pack 1. So we gotta pick something though. Echo-based Defender. Let's go with that. That's a good card. It has Sentinel. All right, make an opening is solid. Outmaneuver Rogue Squadron. Academy Defense Walker. Don't want to see that. All right, we're going to go and make an opening. I love that. I love that little foil there. Ooh, another takedown. Let me look at all the other cards. All right, takedown it is. No one should be passing takedowns that far. Kanan. There's literally been no strategy in these last 4 picks. I just felt like it was just like, why not? We should have a little bit more of a strategy, right? You should be looking at the cards. You should be trying to figure it out. What you're building, what synergies are you seeing? But again, pack 1, you may not be making that early commitment. So you know what your options are. We drafted a little bit of blue, which you can see there to the right. Chewbacca Walking Carpet, again, has Sentinel, but needs 7 to get out. So maybe going that green is going to be smart, and we should be focusing on some of those resupplies that I've already passed, right? We have grit, so he gets tougher. So some of the upgrades are going to be important if we plan on keeping this leader out. Okay, let's go for a... Oh, none of these really work for us. They're so... That's such a villain-heavy pack. So we'll take Recruit, because we could at least use that. And we're going to take... Ooh, Strike True, or... We're going to take Strike True, because it does deal damage on use. Alright, Amon Mothma, a Bright Hope, a Wilderness Fighter. We're going to play Bright Hope, because we really need... I don't think we picked up any ships yet. Oh, Redemption. Yeah. Okay, some cards we probably won't be playing unless we go Jin, which we may. So let's go ahead and pick up the Rogue Operative, because that thing hits hard. We'll pick up the Lothal Insurgent. And out of these two cards, well, we may play Outmaneuver. And we're left with the Lieutenant. All right, now Pack 2 is where we're going to have to make a decision. So let's see what we have here. Our ground units are pretty spread. We have a Dodonna who we can play. Kanan if we go blue. Defender if we go green. And then 2 other units if we go yellow. So Jyn Erso's kind of winning on the ground floor here. Not in space and not in events. So we're definitely going to have to make a decision now, Pack 2. A foil Zebarelios, you say? But he's red. So Obi-Wan kind of gets us there. Entrenched is great on someone like Chewbacca. Vanquish is also good. But we do need some units. And look at this card. I hate passing this card. I'm going to hate it. If I don't always play villain, what am I doing? Just get up and leave. All right, Obi. I'm taking you. Hopefully we also see some resupplies with these high-cost cards. Ooh, Jedi Lightsaber and a resupply. Do you take the uncommon that works on the 1 force unit you have? Sorry, 2 force units you have? Or do you take resupply to actually play those units? I'm going to take resupply. Maybe no one will have a Jedi. It's rough. That's rough, buddy. Wow. Relentless is getting passed around. Good cards. All right, I'm going to take this Cargo Juggernaut. 6 cost, big boy. If you control another blue unit, heal 4 damage from your base. Why not? All right, a couple other blue units in here. Another Bright Hope. Like seeing that. I'll take it. We need some space. We still don't have a strong space build yet. Wilderness Fighter. Moment of Peace. We'll take the fighter because they do have their own shield. A third Bright Hope. Well, that's a lot of unique Bright Hopes that do bounce units, but I don't think we have anything that needs to bounce until it starts tanking damage. And it has to be a ground unit too, because I would love to bounce this Redemption and just kind of heal a bit, but we don't really have that as an option. I'll take the Bright Hope. Because why not use it as a resource if we end up going those colors? I'm definitely taking Devotion for +1/+1 and Restore 2. Yeah, I'm taking Devotion. Yoda, yes please. Over Strike True. Oh man, yeah, I'll take Yoda. 2 Yodas. Oh man, we better see this lightsaber come back. Nothing fun here. I'll take the Surgical Droid. And Jawa? I'll take this just in case. Yep, I'm pretty sure we're not seeing that Jedi lightsaber coming back. These cards are useless. This card is okay. This card is also useless. Not playing any of those. So taking another look at the end of Pack 2, and as you should do at the end of every draft, look at the cards you're drafting. So, all right, a little better feel here. Not as yellow heavy as far as our units, but blue heavy. We got 1 resupply. I know that. Our space needs to be worked on, so this is not good space. 1 resupply, 2 takedowns. That's all right. This third pack, we really got to, like, be wise. So wise, I'll take a fourth Bright Hope. I'm not doing that. Third a Yoda, though, maybe. Yeah, it's fine. He's going to die. Look at this. Look at this open fire. Well, I'm not playing red. Look at this pack. I want this to be my pack, right? Like, imagine if you open stuff like this. You get, Seven Sister, you get Defense Walker, Open Fire, those types of things. So we'll go with, we need something non-Yoda-y. So let's go with the Pathfinder. Nope, I'm going Yoda. He's going to die. We're just going to go Yoda. 2 Seven Sisters in a row. Wow. Second resupply. Got to take it. Need those events. A Vanquish. A Takedown. A Power Failure. I don't need that. Let's take... Vanquish takes care of anything, though. So let's take Vanquish. Heavy, heavy blue. That is us today. Emperor? Who's passing Emperor? Pick 4. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. So we're definitely doing a little bit better. We really need some space units, which we're not seeing. We're just running some Bright Hopes. So let's make that threat a little bit stronger here. Give me this Devotion. And a Resilient is good. A Protector is good. A Battlefield Marine. Oh, here we go. I'll just take the System Patrol Craft. That's fine. A third resupply. I'll take it. Out of that? Yes. Out of that pack, yeah. A fourth resupply. Yes. We are playing Obi-Wan and Chewbacca. So let's get there. And here we go. Who are we bouncing? I don't know who we're going to bounce. What are we playing? Kanan, maybe if he takes too much damage. Obi-Wan, if he starts taking too much damage. Okay, Cargo Juggernaut. There we go. That's what we could bounce, right? Do we have a limit here? May return a friendly non-leader ground unit. Yeah, we could do that. So I just hit my mic really hard. Sure. Can't believe we have 4 Bright Hopes. Nothing in here, so what do we want to take away from our opponents? I want to take away this dumb Cantina Bouncer. I said it. I guess Hardpoint Heavy Blaster? Yes. Yeah, we'll take that. Moment of Peace. Taking that for that shield. We'll take the Super Laser Technician, and we'll take the Inferno 4 because we're left with it. So I don't know if we got anything good. I don't know if this is going to be a fun deck to play. We'll play once and maybe draft one more time. So we are going Chewbacca, I think, because we went a little bit heavy in blue because I felt like that would be fun. We have a Kanan Jarrus, we have an Obi-Wan, so we have some Jedis, and we have 3 Yodas. Did that Jedi lightsaber get past to me? It did not. We have 4 Bright Hopes and a Redemption. Okay, double Devotion. Heavy Blaster to put on Bright Hope. And yeah, 4 resupplies. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to work, but we're just going to build it and see if we can have some fun. Right. No administrative towers. We're going to pick a green base here. What do we got? Echo? That's the base to go. It has base in the name. So you got to pick it. All right. Kanan Jarrus, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Wilderness Fighter, Yoda Old Master, Echo Base Defender, Security Force, Juggernaut, and the Droid. That is only 10 units in a 30-card deck. Ooh. Space? All those. Oh, okay, well that's 6 space units, but 4 of them have the exact same name, so nothing's happening there. And Devotion. We'll circle back. We'll play the resupplies, the Strike True, the kill events. Play Make an Opening, Moment of Peace. That gives us 2 more cards. Recruit, Repair, Prepare for Takeoff. We'll play Prepare for Takeoff and Recruit. We'll play the 2 search cards. All right, let's see what happens here. Again, this is going to be an interesting deck. We drafted a lot of weird stuff to try to make Chewbacca work. But why not? That's the fun of it. I'll probably never draft 4 Bright Hopes again, but here we are. 4 Bright Hopes, 2 Devotions, and 4 Resupplies. I really want to use these Resupplies, so let's check it out. All right, fixing this game board real quick, and then we'll be right there. All right, back in it. Let's see here. No mulligan for us. We're just going to have to deal with what we have and make the tough decision. Because it's really easy when you have 4 Bright Hopes in your deck to put 1 down. I don't think I'm going to say that right now. Just put that thing down. We only have 1 Cargo Juggernaut. We only have 1 System Patrol Craft. We have multiple resupplies. Now, the goal is to be able to play resupply. But we don't have a unit to put out this turn, and we won't have a unit put out next turn if we get rid of the Wilderness Fighters. So tough decisions. We plan on getting to this Cargo Juggernaut, that's for sure. So I'm going to drop the Security Force. If we're committed to putting out Chewbacca, who comes out on turn 7, I think we need to commit to just getting the Cargo Juggernaut on turn 6. We'll take the initiative because apparently we're playing another Chewbacca and see what they do. Okay, they put out X-Wing with Sentinel. Not a big deal to me. Let's put down and prepare for takeoff, and we're dealing with a space unit. We need to put a unit in place, so we're going to put out the Wilderness Fighters. Gets a shield token, and Chewbacca plays the Fleet Lieutenant, who gives that Alliance X-Wing +2/+2. So we get hit for 4. Sorry, +2/+0. Get hit for 4. Take the initiative. Let's go into the next round here. Ooh, another resupply and a Yoda. I think we're running 3 Yodas, but he draws us cards. So, decisions. Get rid of Yoda for resupply. Let's get rid of resupply. We're running 4 resupplies, so. And that's exactly what it's there for. Resupply now. Get to 2. We're now at 5. Ooh, all right. This thing has... Oh, this is the person who got the Jedi lightsaber we wanted. Wow, okay, well. Not much we can do here. Let's go and attack with the unit and hit that base. I could have hit the Fleet Lieutenant, but I think the Lieutenant's just going to hit my base. Yeah. So we'll let it happen. Take the initiative, take 2 more damage. It's now 18-28. So we're a little bit behind. That's okay, because we're ahead. Oh, double devotion. I don't want to get rid of those devotions. It's going to make a big deal. So we can go with Sentinel, or we can go with Yoda with that extra Restore 2. Go in there. All right, 6 resources. Chewbacca can come out soon. We can also play this Cargo Juggernaut, so I like that. He's a 4/6. All right, can we use Chewbacca's ability? Cost it 3 or less from our hand and give it Sentinel. Well, that's not helpful. Let's play the Patrol Craft then. Let's give ourselves Sentinel on the board. All right, and we get that Vanquish. Well, what's the point of making decisions, I guess? All right, thank you. Thank you, Fleet Lieutenant, for that great time. If we play this, we can survive. So if the Lieutenant wants to swing into the Wilderness Fighter, we'll lose the shield. He chose not to. That's perfect. We're actually going to swing into that Fleet Lieutenant ourselves. So let's heal our base 2, take 2 more damage, put some damage on that Fleet Lieutenant, and we'll take the initiative. I'm getting my Chewbacca out first. He's going to have that Sentinel ability and Grit. We'll get rid of this other Bright Hope because we have 4. There's 2 more, and I don't really plan on dropping this Wilderness Fighter. Right. Let's put Chewbacca out there with Sentinel. And let's go ahead and protect him a little bit with Moment of Peace. Chewbacca uses the ability to give this Jawa Saboteur. Not a big problem there. And we can put our Yoda with another devotion, which I think we may do. Let's put Yoda out. Yep. Fleet Lieutenant's going to have to swing in Chewbacca, removing his shield. And let's go ahead and put a devotion on Chewbacca. He's going to need the health. He will need the health. And we are down to 10, but that's okay because we're about to heal 4 right now and clear this board. So let's do some damage. First on the Jawa, heal 2. Take down the Jawa. And then Chewie's going to swing right into this Fleet Lieutenant. He's going to put some damage on Chewbacca to give us that grit we want. That's a lot of grit. I'll tell you that. 6. Ooh. Chewie's going to hit, though. And we have a Strike True and a Takedown. Because we're at 7, I don't really feel like we need to drop any of these cards as a resource. We can play Takedown and Strike True to deal with whatever comes out. Like a Wilderness Fighter. Why not? We're just going to do that now, I think. Get rid of that fighter. Come on, Chewie. Come out. There you are. So Chewbacca is out, and he has grit, so we're going to go ahead and play Strike True. And we have 9 damage to deal to this Chewbacca. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Boom. Now, we're at 12 and they're at 28. I think we can restore pretty easily. We have Restore 2 on each one of these units, so we're going to heal up 6 while doing... what, 3, 9, 2, so 14 points of damage. So yeah, good trade. I don't know how we recovered. Well, we recovered because we resupplied. So I'll take it. Yeah, that worked out. This is one of those fun things of just like, if you're the opponent, right? If you're a real person on my other side of this game, and you're just like, wow, they got nothing. I got them down to 8. And then all of a sudden it's like, you just put out your big guy and I just played 1 3-cost card and it's gone. And I'm back of fit, like I'm higher health than you. It's like, what's next, right? All right, they do play the Redemption to heal 8 damage from their unit or base, and they chose their base. Smart move. Let's get that restored going, right? So they got no other resources they can use, so we're just going to take 5 points of damage, but we're going to heal for 6. We also have the Cargo Juggernaut who's going to heal us for 4. So, you know, it's all us. Heal 4 damage. We're back to 18, drop to 16. Let's heal up to 20. Wow. Again, yeah, you do not want to be the opponent, right? So I want to say 3 of these resources are Bright Hopes. 2 are Bright Hopes. 1 is a resupply. Let's pass. This worked out in our favor. I think we're going to finish this match and do 1 more draft for the night. We're just going to play the first game. I'll keep all these cards. But Wilderness Fighter with Devotion, Chewbacca with Devotion, Cargo with a shield, and Yoda with Restore 2. So a lot of Restore on the board. Vanquish on this Sentinel unit. Not even our problem. And we should let Chewbacca get the win, because why not, right? Perfect. Great job. That was fun. Again, Bright Hope, Resupply, Bright Hope, and Resupply. So I think that worked out. We're going to go back to the draft page. We're going to start another draft. I'm going to shift up this board just a little bit. So moving you all to the waiting screen. All right, and we're back. Let's go ahead and start our third and final draft of the night. We'll do 1 deck. We'll build it. We'll play 1 round. But yeah, let's see what we get here. I'm really up. All right. Our first pack. Again, if you're unfamiliar with how Star Wars Unlimited is going to work with the draft, you're going to open up all three of your packs. You're going to pull out your leaders out of each one, and you're going to have to make a decision out of those three of which one you're going to keep and two you're going to pass. The way they're going to ensure that this works properly, I'm sure mistakes will happen, is your leader is going to be facing a different direction than the rest of the cards. So you should be able to identify the leader very quickly. Double Sabine Wren and IG-88. We're going to go Sabine because, again, IG-88 has 4 health, and last thing I want to do is invest in a unit that can die really easily to an open fire. Not to say we may not go IG-88, but first pick, let's be a little bit smarter. Second pick, oh, Krennic and Boba Fett. All right, I love it. They're both villains. They're both good health. They can do a lot of stuff in this type of limited format, right? Boba's going to untap your resources. Krennic's going to make your damage unit stronger and have restore. So, and both come out at 5. So, tough decision. I played some blue. Let's go some yellow. Third pick, Leia Organa. So we have 2 heroes and 1 villain. Really hoping Boba works, but if not, we'll go Sabine, just because I've already played Leia at the beginning of this stream. But yeah, let's see. We're going to have to get in those packs. Okay. Home 1 is way different than Bright Hope, so I like seeing that. Green-white, restore 2. Play a white heroic unit from your discard pile if it costs 3 or less. Love that. Now, in your first pack, you don't have to commit to a color. So let's just kind of take a look and see what the best cards are going to be. We know we can't do blue. That's not an option. We'd be forcing blue. Well, we could, but we'd be forcing blue. It is an option, but some of these blue ones aren't an option, I should say. For example, Academy Defense Walker means if you go in this type of blue, you're guaranteed you're pushing yourself to play Boba Fett. Now I love Defense Walker. I think it's a great card, but it is a common, so we may see more of it. Wow, this is also good. Let's just go with the bomb here. Home 1 is the legendary. If we end up playing another Leia, we play another Leia, but it's the right move for this turn. So this is not a good move. Galactic Ambition is not where I want to be. So, well, no, I don't want to be there. All right, next pack. Don't have to commit to a color. Again, we just need to pick something that we know is good. I think I'm going to take Snowspeeder because we do have 2 white heroes. Oh, there it is. Overwhelming Barrage. I'm going with that. I do not like passing that card. It's too good. It destroys units. It just wipes the board left and right, man. So good. All right, we got a little bit of red here. Protector, Redemption, Steadfast Battalion. I do like Bounty Hunter Crew. I have a feeling I'll see a couple more Bounty Hunter Crews, though, pop up. Wow, let's go. I'm going to take the Imperial Interceptor. I really like that card, and space units do matter a lot. And the past 2 drafts, I haven't really been, thinking about space units, and I've been left with, 6 or 3. And that's can be difficult. So, I tell you, this unit is good. We'll take that. We have 2 white heroes, so if we end up going that way, we'll commit to it. Imperials, Rebels, Battlefield Technician, or Marines. Headhunter is good, but the Marine is better. All right. Spec Force Soldier is solid. ISB Agent is solid. Good choices. Another Outer Rim Headhunter. Let's go the Agent. I really wish we saw more red. And by red, I mean open fires. I wish I saw more open fires. Take the Wampa. I think you're only going to see Wampa in limited builds, right? What else are you going to do with Wampa? Fun. 97 Legion is not villain. Interesting. I guess there's something I forget. That's really cool. Super Laser Technician. We're going for it. That's such a good card. All right. Getting down here to a little bit in the first few packs. We'll take the Homestead Militia. I think we'll take Strike True because it deals damage. And always take that. I'm going to take the Death Star Stormtrooper just in case we end up going red-black. Battlefield Marine is a great card because it's a 3/3 for a 2. And we're left with Precision Fire. So again, at the end of all your packs, take a quick look at what you have. Pack 1, take a careful look because now you're going to have to decide where you're going to commit, right? We've picked some cards we think are good. We've kind of looked at a little bit of the other colors here. We take another quick look at our leaders. And if you're online, it's nice to kind of see this kind of color scheme, right? You see like, well, I got 5 red cards, but I went heavier in green and 4 in yellow. Now, green will show you that they're green, but it's not going to show you that secondary color. So 1 Technician, Marines, okay. So we can kind of go either way. Green we're a little bit built for. We can make green work if we want to go yellow, black, green. We could also do some stuff with some yellow, black, red. Space, well, we're pretty much only for the heroes here, so this is the card I want to make work. Overwhelming Barrage is so good, and I'd rather see us go yellow, black, green. Just again, we're going to be taking care of units that are on the field. If you can take care of your opponent's bomb or their leader, it's the right move. So let's focus on that green. And Jabba the Hutt, yes. Yes. Yes, Fet's Fire Spray. Wow, pack 2. Pack 2. Who's going to pass me Fet's Fire Spray? I mean, I get it, but it's too good. If you knew I had a Boba, that's where you hate draft, right? If you see someone like, oh, I passed you that Boba and I think you took it, well, I'm not going to pass you Jabba the Hutt. I'm definitely not going to pass you Fet's Fire Spray. That's for sure. Since we are committed to some black, we need the cell block guards for that Sentinel ability. Pirated Starfighter also looks fun, foil. Okay, now another Strike True. This would be a good event. Forced Row. We're not seeing any Force users, and we're probably not going red. All right. Again, we're thinking yellow, black, green. So let's take this other Strike True. Strike True is going to deal damage to a unit where you don't actually have to attack, and it's based off the damage you have on that unit. So if you got something big, you'll do some damage. We'll take another resupply there. Sorry if I'm going a little bit too fast. Here we are. Still in pack 2, pick 7. So these red cards are definitely going to have to be out, right? We're committed to yellow, black, green. Green, we have the Hardpoint Heavy Blaster, which is just an upgrade. It's not bad, but we need a couple other smaller units. So let's take the TIE Fighter. Got to make sure you're keeping up your board. Look at this. Look at this red pack. Is no one else playing red? So this comes down to, when you get packs like this, is what do you not want your opponent to have? I don't want them to have Screen Squadron A-Wings, and I don't want them to have this card. We're going to go with the Green Squadron because it's such a threat early on, and if you don't have a space unit, that's 3 damage coming to you every turn after first turn. So if you, let's say you have like System and Control Craft, and you need 2 turns to put it out. 3 turns to put it out, you're already taking 6 damage. So let's get rid of this. I don't need anyone else having this. Green, black, red are our colors. We do have some green, and I think I'm going to take the V-Wing for that card advantage, and it's a low-cost space unit. So it should be just a great pick. It's not maybe a number 1 pick, but it's the number 1 pick in this pack. Pick 10. Snapshot Reflexes, Syndicate Lackeys, Bounty Hunter Crew, Ambush, sort of ambush. All good. All good. Now, we do have Jabba the Hutt, and we can bring back returned events to our hand, and I would love to see that Overwhelming Barrage come back, so we're going to take Bounty Hunter Crew. Right, Imperial Interceptor, Admiral Ozzel, Tactical Advantage. Let's go with the Academy Training. I'd like to keep some of these units alive, especially the few that have Sentinel. Let's get rid of Saboteur. That's a permanent one. Precision Fire. All these red cards. All right, pack 3. So again, at the end of every single one of your packs, take a quick look at what you have. Make sure you're building your stuff correctly. And what are you missing? What do you want? This is something you're kind of have to be a little bit quick on, and will take some time to develop your experience in playing these types of sets. But we kind of, what I like to do especially is I'll put like all the cards I'm not playing on the bottom of my deck, of my drafted cards. So I'll kind of keep them in a pile, but I keep them on the bottom so that way they're not like, I can just kind of like pass through them, right? Like once I get to those, I know I don't need to keep looking. So like in this instance, I don't really care about Battlefield Marine. I just need to ignore it. I need to look at what I'm actually playing. So we got Bounty Hunter Crew, Cell Block Guard, okay, Jabba the Hutt. So I'm seeing a 6 cost, a 4 cost, a 3 and a 3, but the reality is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Okay, like that's not that many that are playable for us in a 30 card deck. I'd like to get to 10, preferably closer to 12. Space, it's a little worse, So we got the Fire Spray, we got the V-Wing, and we got the TIE Fighter we know we can play. So that's 3 ships. We're going to have to go a little bit more into space, so unit heavy is our focus now. Upgrades, it's fine. Events, we got 8. I'm fine with events. We got a resupply, we got 3 strike trues, we got an overwhelm barrage. The only things I'm going to make some room for, I think, are some tricks, a resupply, or another overwhelming barrage. So, but I think we're good. Let's focus on space units this turn and maybe 1 or 2 regular units. So last pack. Oh, foil academy training. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want that. No good to me dead. It's a plan, not a trick though. It's good, just we don't need it. Vanguard Infantry is probably going to be solid for us because it will put an experience counter on a unit. Steadfast Battalion is also good, but high cost. And Jawa Scavenger is also good because it's a low cost unit. So we can go with Saboteur or making something stronger. We're going to go with the Vanguard. Make something stronger. All right, pack 2 gets passed to us. Look at that K2SO I don't want to deal with later. Fifth Brother, definitely don't want to deal with that. ISB Agent or Cell Block Guard? Cell Block Guard. We don't have much Sentinel, and you'd always rather have the Sentinel. And it's a 3/3 for 3, so tempo-wise, it's a good move. We could switch red. We could just do it. There's been so many good red cards, except for like the one that would like pull me away, right? I also feel like I'm always seeing Emperor Palpatine in pack 3s. We'll take the extra spaceship here. The V-Wing is going to help us draw a card. It's perfect. We need the space units. I see a second one here and an 97th Legion and a Syndicate Lackeys, but let's take the V-Wing just for the consistency. And here we don't have anything fun, so we're going to take the Viper Pro Droid because we could play it as a unit. But again, here we go. Seasoned Sword Trooper. That's a unit. Green-black and gets stronger when you have 6 or more resources. In limited games, you'll probably get up there to 5th turn, no problem. That Legion looks good, but I don't really want to be fighting my way to 7 every turn. This resupply will help. Look at me, 97 Legions are just getting passed around. I could see that. I could see that in a real draft, you know. It could happen. We'll take the Steadfast Battalion. We will take the Tactical Advantage. Probably not going to be playing some of those cards. Take the Homestead Militia, which gets Sentinel once you have 6 or more resources. Prepare for takeoff, just in case you don't have enough vehicles. Get rid of that K2SO that's handed to us, and our last pack is make an opening. I did make an opening. The opening was packs. Okay, so we have these cards to choose from. Boba Fett, Leia, Sabine. We're going Boba. All right, we can play 2 guards. We got the Sentinels. So as far as units go, I can see that we're playing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely 10, probably up to 11 or 13. Ship-wise, we got 5 fighters that we can actually play. The 3 V-Wings, the TIE Fighter, and the Fire Spray. And events were pretty good there. 3 strike-throughs, 2 resupplies, and an overwhelming barrage. I like it. I like it. Let's build it. Let's see how we do. Boba Fett. Not going yellow, I'll tell you that. Command Center. All right, so we can return an event from our discard pile to our hand once the bounty hunter crew's out. I think that's good. We do want to sell block guards for that Sentinel ability. Homestead Militia is going to give us Sentinel as well. Jabba, don't have many tricks, but he's a good body, so 2-8, we'll take it. Sword Trooper also gets stronger as we continue to play. Technician is a good one to die. Well, die and give us a resource. Same with the infantry. Let's take that experience token. Puts us at about 9 units. We can go with the low cost ISB for some pressure there. And I don't know if I want to do anything else. Let's go to space. We got to play all the space units. So in a limited format, you never know what you're going to run into. Play as much as you can, because if you're going to play too little, that could be your demise. And events, Overwhelming Barrage, yes. Fantasy Flight Games, I need this as a playmat. I need it as a very easily accessible playmat. If I have to work hard for that, I will do it. I have done it. But I want it. It is good. Prepare for Takeoff and Resupplies and Strike Trues are definitely all going in. That's 7 events. Tactical Advantage is a +2/+2, but, you know, if we need it, we need it. We have 8 slots left. So let's go back. We've kind of put all the stuff in note that we want to play, the things we think are going to work. Now we just need to get back and see what else we need to fill in the spots. So we're 10, 5, and 7. So we have 15 units total. Half of our deck is units. Units are going to win games. So let's bump that up a little bit more. And we'll play our 3 more units, putting us at 25 cards. We need 5 more. We're already playing everything space. We'll play this upgrade. We'll play this event. And guess what? We don't have enough cards. So you're going to have to go for that other color. Let's see if there's anything really worth our time outside of this. If you haven't had to do this in Force Table, you have to essentially filter out the out of aspect ones. So let's add them in here. Now, every single one of these cards are going to cost +2 for each aspect on it. But we're probably going to use it as a resource card. So if we do got to keep one of these cards, we got to make sure it's actually worth our time. So Death Star Stormtrooper, because that was a red one, actually cost us 3. The Marines will cost us 4. And K2SO would cost us 8. So I'm not sure about that. Wampa would have cost us 6. You know what? I'll put in the Interceptor because it can do damage on enter. And wow, something else. I'll play the Death Star Troopers. So, the Battlefield Marine really is better. But you're going to pay 4 for a 3/3, or you can pay 3 for a 3/1. Yep, we'll go to the Battlefield Marine. All right, so we're going to play 2 cards out of aspect to fill up our 30-card deck. Save and close, and let's see how we do, right? So we're just going to do a quick game board shuffle. Be right back. It's that quick every time. All right, no mulligan for us. Let's see how we do here. It's Boba Fett versus Boba Fett. So one of these people is an imposter. And if you know anything about Boba Fett imposters, there's been a few of them. Let's see. We've seen one in the Mandalorian series. What is his name? I want to say Cobb Vance, but that's not it. I don't think that's it. I could be wrong. I feel like Cobb Vance is a Star Wars character's name, and I think they're in the Alphabet Squadron trilogy. Nope, they're in the Aftermath trilogy. But anyway, it could be Cobb Vance, as he has the essentially sheriff who has Boba Fett's armor. But in the Legends lore, the first person to imitate Boba Fett, which I learned from the Star Wars CCG Decipher game, was Jodo Cast. Jodo Cast. Really neat story there. All right, we got to put some cards down. I don't like any of our choices, but that's the point. We don't really want to give up space. These guys get bigger. This is a unit, or this takes care of units. So we're going to drop the Homestead Militia and the Bounty Hunter crew. Let's play a card, and let's draw a card. We draw a resupply, and we're going to pass. Ooh, AI does nothing. That's what's satisfying sometimes in Limited, is like, do you have something to play on turn one? Because in Constructed, you're probably always going to have something to play on turn one. You're going to mulligan for something to play on turn one. But in Limited, may not always happen. So we got to put down a card. I love this resupply. I love this Vanguard infantry. So yes, man, do you sacrifice the V-Wing for the draw, for the speed? Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sacrifice V-Wing for speed. And I'm going to get Asteroid Sanctuaried and not be able to play that. So let's go resupply then. Put a unit. And we'll pass. AI has the initiative. Ooh, look at that fire spray. Well, we're not resupplying for nothing. Let's get rid of Cell Block Guard, our second one. Oh, this puts us at 5. So we can put out Boba this turn. Yep, cool. So Boba's ability is fun. So you can exhaust when he's in play. Sorry, I should say. After he completes an attack, if enemy unit left play this phase, ready up to 2 resources. So let's have some fun there. First, let's swing. We're not going to take the initiative, honestly. We're just going to swing, see what the opponent does. They'll probably pass. Yep, they take the initiative themselves. Perfect. Let's put our Boba out. He's out. Let's play a Strike True. Choosing Boba Fett. And we'll deal 4 damage to Veers. So we have cleared the board of a unit. We can now attack with Boba Fett right on the base for 4 damage. And because we removed a unit, we can ready 2 resources. So we have 4 resources remaining. Let's go ahead and go Cell Block Guard and the Vanguard Infantry. There we go. Now Boba's out on turn, let's see, turn 4. No, turn 3, technically. Yep, turn 3. So 1 turn earlier than our AI opponent, and we get to play the Fire Spray next turn. I'm going to go ahead and drop the ISB agent as a resource. So, oh, okay, 5th brother. Not a problem there. Have you met Fett? Here he comes, here he comes. This is Boba versus Boba. Boba versus Jodo Cast. What are we going to do? Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to be swinging. So that Boba is going to have to get through the Cell Block Guard, so he'll take 3 damage there. Putting him out. We're going to go ahead and probably swing. Let's put a little bit more damage on Boba Fett with the Vanguard Infantry. And put 1 experience token on our Boba Fett. Ooh, look at that. TIE Advance comes into play to give 2 experience tokens to that 5th brother. Rough. That's rough, buddy. All right, we had a good start, but now we're going to have to stabilize. So we're 11 ahead. Scratch that. We're going to be further ahead. Let's see, 5 there. We could have hit Boba, but I wanted to pass. Oh, there it is. There it is. Overwhelming Barrage. Okay. Not going to do anything. As far as laying down resources, I like where we're at. That 5th brother is going to get a little bit stronger with that snapshot reflexes and hit us for 6, 7. Gross. Well, thanks. Yes, will take 7 damage. This Boba Fett's not going to last long, but he can deal some damage, and this is why Overwhelming Barrage is your fun card in limited formats. Boom, there goes Boba Fett. 4 damage remaining. We need to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 here. Boom, Fifth Brother's out, and 3 damage left. Let's blow up this TIE Advanced. So we've cleared the board. Boba Fett's 2 points stronger. Swing on this base for what, 7? Yeah, 7 ready 2 resources. Why not? Let's play Academy Training on this Fett's Fire Spray and finish the game. Wow. Okay, there we go. Boba Fett holding on to like a shoot first, which, it's okay. It wasn't going to help them. They played the right move in trying to take out Boba, but you left Boba with 1. You didn't know I had the Overwhelming Barrage here. And Barrage, again, if you can make this work in your draft and sealed pools, it's going to really get you there. We just cleared the board of 3 units. You play it on your leader, you're probably going to have an attack of 4 or higher. So that's 6 damage you can spread around. Really great. So anyway, fun time. Love draft. I'm really excited to do this. We're getting closer and closer. I believe we're like less than 50 days away. So we're getting there. I hope you guys had a great time. Join me for sealed events. Join me for some more play testing during the week. And I plan on doing another draft section next week. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your time and your weekend.